If you're feeling overlooked at work and you're stuck in mid career limbo and you want to unlock your confidence, this, my friend, is your moment. Because in this video, I'm going to break down for you the exact step by step process to help you understand why most professionals stay stuck and how you can unlock your capability and step up like a true leader to elevate your presence and career growth. Hey there, it's Vikram and welcome back to my channel. I'm a clinical psychologist turned confidence coach. So if this is your first time here, I want to let you know that I'm on a mission to impact 1 million young people and empower them with confidence. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and check out all of my videos because they are going to transform your life. So why do most professionals stay stuck? Let's jump into it. So firstly, they lack presence. So if you notice that most people in a corporate job setting or who are on a specific career path, they don't necessarily lack influence or skills, they lack presence. So you may be working hard on whatever it is you're pursuing right now, but for some reason you're unknown. And that is just one of the major problems that most people face in their career path. What you also want to start recognizing is that fear of judgment is a huge roadblock when it comes to playing the bigger game. So, right now, you may be stuck and you might be playing at a smaller level than what your potential truly is. So, if you're going to unlock that side of yourself to truly step up and excel at the next level, you're going to have to create new opportunities moving ahead. Additionally, you're going to have certain skills that will actually be noticed. So, one part of it is having a great set of skills, and the other part of it is putting yourself out there in order to get noticed and appreciated. And that's what improves your value in the larger scheme of things. Additionally, you might be waiting for validation and you may not be positioning yourself correctly. So, one of the huge proponents of excelling in your career is your capacity to have a great personal brand, be able to position yourself as an expert or being very knowledgeable or skillful at a particular thing. So instead of waiting for a response from the universe or from somebody in your life to say, hey, you know what, you're good enough, you need to step up and see what can I do to get unstuck and step out of my challenge, right? And over a period of time, as you keep doing the work, as you keep putting yourself out there, opportunities start coming up, and then the entire scheme of things starts to change. So, the short answer on how to elevate your presence and career growth is you need to recognize that most people don't rise to the top because they're the most talented, right? I was talented for the longest time. I was very skilled at a lot of things from sports to music to acting. I was into so many different activities, but the reason why I started to see a great change or recognition for the work that I was truly passionate about, that I was really interested in sharing with the world, that started to get recognized once I started speaking with confidence about myself, what I did, and all of the things that I had achieved. Because in reality, for the longest time, even though I was into so many different things, my self-esteem was low, my self-belief was low, and most definitely my confidence was low. So the first step towards stepping out of your current situation, if you are stuck in your professional life, is that you need to recognize that it's not your skills or your lack of it that's holding you back. It's how worthy you think you are for greater things and how you choose to show up with confidence in challenging moments. Right? That's the true test of a long-standing and worthwhile career where not only are you doing well financially, but you're also putting yourself out there and you're showing up, on the big stage and you're delivering your best for people. That's what it takes. But let's get a deeper understanding of this, because what I've discovered is that leadership is not necessarily only determined by your title. It has a lot more to it. So let's understand what is true leadership confidence moving ahead. Now, these are 3 secrets that I want to share with you here, and these are going to be supremely powerful. The first one is executive presence. So think about this. When was the last time you entered an important room filled with important people, right? And what was your posture like? Did you depict or did you display any kind of confident body language? Were you maintaining eye contact with the people in the room as you were speaking? Did you pause? Did you shake hands with confidence? Right? So, your presence has a lot to do with your energy. And having the right kind of energy, the right kind of vibe when you enter a particular room that commands respect, that is determined by how you think of yourself, what you think you're capable of, what you've achieved in the past. But it's all translated through when you walk into a room, right? Even something as simple as how you dress. It has a great impact on how people perceive you, as well as, your body language and clarity. So having great clarity in your thoughts, great clarity in how you present yourself, all of these small things matter. And one quote that I would like to share here with you is that clarity is power. So when you're clear on what matters, when you have a clear understanding as what you would like to do, where you would like to go, what you would like to achieve, it helps improve this whole confusion around why do I want to step up as a leader? Why do I want to be recognized for my strengths, talents, and capabilities? Okay? So, in your journey, if you want to truly excel in your career path, the first step is getting clarity on how you can build your presence. Okay? Secondly, it has to do with strategic communication. So what this incorporates here is that influence occurs without aggression. You may have heard of the term charisma, right? It's a buzzword that gets thrown around all the time these days when it comes to confidence building. But the reality is that charisma is your capacity to influence somebody. So, truly charismatic people are capable of influencing without any form of aggression. If you have ever been forced by somebody to do something, how did you feel in that moment? Did you feel empowered and did you actually feel like doing it? Or did you feel like stepping back and did you say to yourself, hey, why the heck should I do that? Right? So, your capability to communicate strategically as a leader is going to be super important because you are speaking to lead, to guide the other person towards a common goal where it's not just you winning, it's a win-win situation on both sides. Okay? And at the same time, you're not there to only please yourself, but please both parties. So it's a balance of giving and taking. Okay? And the key to success in leadership and in life, I think, is if you're capable of giving more to everyone else than yourself. What I believe is the greatest capability to become rich today, faster than ever, is to make other people rich. You make enough people rich, you will become rich yourself. So it's these small ideas and the philosophy, the mindset that you carry with you that allows it to come through in an important conversation. So it's not just about having great communication skills. It's about your intention. It's about how you're coming across in that moment, right? Like when I was going through my own public speaking training and trying to become a world-class public speaker, my mentor taught me, see, it's not about content. It's about context. How do you fit the context in an important situation so that you are capable of actually influencing, where you're actually guiding and leading, where it's towards the greater good and a common goal. I'd like you to think about this and comment down below and tell me what you learned from this one idea around building your communication as a leader. Additionally, what matters when it comes to building great leadership capability is your capacity to engage in consistent action under pressure. Look, the reality is that most great leaders don't wait until they're ready. They take action even if they aren't ready, and they step up when it truly matters. So, rather than thinking about what do I do, should I give in to my doubt, and sitting in your head all the time, it's all about your capability to make decisions quickly with confidence. So, the way this comes across is that even though you might be stressed, you practice being in stressful situations, and that allows you to improve your performance in a graded manner over time. So, it's the awesome benefit of staying with the process that will allow you to see results here. Now, this is the true essence and the capability that you need to develop as a leader today. Because it's these capabilities that are going to make the greatest difference. Your presence, how you communicate, and how much action you can take. What kind of results can you produce for other people? And remember that being a leader is a high performance job. You need to be at your best quite a lot of the time. And that means stress, that means pressure. So if you're going to handle it in the best possible way, remember that it's all about being able to take action anyway and figuring it out later. Okay? So that is the foundation of true leadership confidence. Now, there are a few more concepts I want to talk to you about here. Now, why is it that most leaders have a gap with regard to their confidence? Now, it's not actually the gap that's the problem. It's a symptom of a much greater issue. And I want to talk to you about that right now. So, the issue is that on the inside, you're probably feeling invisible. You've been passed over by a lot of important people, right? Like you were thought about, but were you truly considered? Did they actually take you seriously for that particular job position, or did they seriously consider working with you? Maybe you lack the clarity at this point of time. You're confused. You don't know what's my next step, right? Like, what do I actually do in order to figure things out for myself? What is the exact thing that is going to help me step out of my challenges right now? Okay? And you also might be overthinking certain important decisions. Look, I've been there. When you are under stress, you need to remember that your capability and capacity to make great quality decisions is going to come down. But again, that's what a great leader does. They take action even if they aren't feeling completely ready. Okay? So the root cause of all of this is actually an identity conflict. Sometimes we feel something called imposter syndrome, where we don't feel like we're truly worth it, or we don't feel like we deserve it. Right? And I found myself in that position for the longest time, be it captaining a sports team, be it leading a classroom, be it leading a work team. Like in my business, there are lots of times where I had to face this issue where I didn't feel like I was the right one for the job. I was the right one for the role. And that was despite having all the skills and even to some extent, the self-belief. But I used to give in to my self-doubt for the longest time. And I realized that I had to shift my identity. I had to completely transform how I thought about myself and what I could do. That's the issue that most of us are facing today. Is that we don't think we are worthy. And it's all rooted very deeply in how you see yourself, how much self-esteem you truly have. So if you want to step out of that, you're going to have to engage with a process that will allow you to completely shift and transform your identity, both from a philosophical point of view, but also from a behavioral and habitual point of view. Okay? So it's important to recognize also that maybe you lack systems. Maybe you lack the structure that is needed for you to evolve into true leadership. And this is again an issue that I mentioned previously. You don't have a personal brand, right? Like, what do people know you for? What do you stand for? What are your values, right? Like, who are you becoming? What truly matters in your life? All of these things are communicated in your personal brand. And typically, most people are capable of seeing through a lot of these things, right? Granted that people might see me on social media, or your favorite influencer on social media, and you might feel like, oh wow, they have all these amazing things about them. I wish I had their life, or I wish I had some of those skills that they have. Reality is that it's very possible to create an amazing personal brand of your own, but you need to know yourself really well. Remember what I mentioned before, clarity is power. When you have clarity, it allows you to figure out a lot of things. Okay, so remember that what got you here is not going to get you to where you would like to go, right? It's going to take a small change, a little bit of a difference in the process that allows you to see better results. So where you are right now and where you want to be, that gap needs to be bridged. And in order to bridge this gap, you're going to have to embrace a new system. You're going to have to embrace a new set of thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and live by a new set of principles. That is what is going to culminate ultimately in the form of this new leadership personality, where you're truly able to elevate your presence and transform your career growth. So, what is this next level identity looking like? So, the shift you need to make is from employee to influencer. Okay, I heard this once on an interview where influencers are not people whom you see on social media. They are people that you see in homes, like a teacher, like a parent, like a close family member. These are the people who make the biggest difference when it comes to creating a real influence in our life. So what this means is that you need to become somebody that people look up to, that they look at, okay, this person is knowledgeable, this person is skilled, I can go to this person for advice. How do you become the go-to person for something important? I want you to think about this, because it's not just enough to be a doer. You need to start being that person who is a decision maker, right? It's not so much as a leader to make the right decision. It's about making a decision and making that the right one. This is another one of those small lessons that I was able to get from my mentor on my journey. And I'm sharing it with you because I understood that sometimes in life things happen, and it's not so much about how you react to things, but how you respond. When shit hits the fan, when things get really tough, what are you going to do? That's where I found that empowering your intention, acting with confidence, makes the greatest difference. You don't have everything figured out, but you're so guided by your intention that you're clear on your path and you do it anyway. So here are a few mindset anchors to help you reposition your mindset that will allow you to truly lead with conviction. So remember that you can sometimes lead before you're actually given the title. It's all about giving yourself permission and stepping up when it matters. So being able to lift other people up, that's when your presence starts to help earn you opportunities. People often say that success in life boils down to the luck that you're dealt. Right? Like, I believe you need to fashion your own luck. You need to be that difference maker. You need to be the person who has that golden touch. Because when you show up, when you start doing things in the right way, that's when your presence will start earning you the right opportunities. And it's all about creating those first few opportunities for yourself. Right? Be there in the right place at the right time. That really matters. Because if you are there at the right place at the right time, then you get recognized. And that opens up a lot of doors. And say you perform well as a leader, or you perform well at that skill or job that you have, career growth is guaranteed. So are you putting yourself out there? Are you training your confidence consistently? Right? That's the bottom line. Because if you don't see it in your mind, then how will you see it in reality? You need to use the power of your imagination. You need to create those different possibilities in your life. Right? Like one of the things I did when I was up in the mountains of Nepal a few years ago, I made a public declaration that I was going to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Again, part of my larger mission of wanting to impact 1 million people from all over the world, to spread the message of mental health and well-being, to help empower young people with confidence, which I believe is the greatest difference maker in an individual's life. So what I've understood from that entire process of working with so many clients and building my fan base and all of that is that confidence is trainable. You just need to get on the path. You just need to follow a process that you know is going to get you there. So I've had the honor of developing and putting together such a path for myself, but I'll talk about it a little bit later. This is what you need to know next, and it's called the elevation formula. And I just want you to remember this abbreviation. It's called ICE. So this is the ICE framework for greater leadership. Firstly, you need to focus on identity. So upgrade how you see yourself. This starts with looking in the mirror and asking yourself, who am I? What do I truly deserve in this life? Because your current reality is not your ending. It's just the beginning. The fact that you're watching this video is an opportunity that you can now give yourself that, hey, you know what? I'm destined for something greater. I can become something better. Right? So letting go of the limiting labels that you put on yourself, like I'm not good enough, I'm not capable enough, I don't think I can make this happen. If you have dominant thoughts like this, you're going to continually give in to self-doubt when it truly matters, and you won't step up. And the people who recognize consciously or unconsciously that they need to take action and they need to showcase their confidence with the world, they'll do it anyway. So remember that you need to step out of that thought process that you are not good enough or you're not worthy. You are in fact very worthy. You're quite talented, I'm sure. You have a lot of capabilities and you have a lot to offer other people. So why hold back? That's the question I'd like you to ask yourself. Next, I would like you to craft your leadership brand. So one of the things that I did was I started to go live on social media with all of my content, with my message of wanting to impact 1 million people, of putting a lot of value-adding content out there on the internet, either on Instagram, YouTube, or LinkedIn, to have my presence felt. Because I'm not looking to sell something or to market something necessarily. I'm looking to create a brand around what I do. And the market at large is going to start recognizing you or the company that you work for in the most rich possible way when they start seeing you as a brand. So my advice to you today is to start crafting your own brand, be it a personal brand, or try to step up and look at firstly yourself as a leadership brand. That tomorrow you will be the go-to brand for a particular challenge. It's not easy to get there, but with consistency, with years of effort, and being really dedicated to it, there's no reason why you too cannot develop the capabilities and qualities of a great leader. There's no reason why you can't be that go-to brand. Okay, so it is possible, but it just takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of guidance, and a lot of consistency. And that's what great brands do. Next, I want to talk to you about certain confidence habits. So this is the C component of the ICE framework. So speak up strategically. Remember to build up small wins and perform well under pressure. Again, this is not something that happens overnight, but small steps lead to big leaps over a period of time. Next, I want to talk to you about executive presence. So one of the greatest skills that I have learned throughout my journey is that storytelling can be a game changer either for a personal brand, a business, or really anyone who's trying to spread a message out there. You need to be able to tell a great story. I read this once somewhere that human beings need 4 things: food, shelter, and water, and storytelling. So it's the 4th great need of human beings. And how we communicate, how we perceive each other, all of those logical thoughts tend to fade away once we enter story mode. Right? Like, so I've been speaking very factually so far in this video, but if I told you a story, I would be able to, garner some excitement there. And this is a skill that I believe that, when you have a story that you want to share which has a beginning, a middle, and an end, it allows other people to appreciate you and whatever it is you're sharing in a much better way. So it could be either a rags to riches story, it could be a story about how you overcame a certain challenge, how you initially did not believe something was possible, but you figured it out anyway. The whole point of it is to inspire others as a leader, right? To inspire other people with your stories, with your ideas, with your philosophies, with your morals. Because at the end of the day, that's what people like to see. That's what allows you to be influential in the first place. It's the overall culmination of the character and the qualities that you've built out as a great leader. And part of the game, again, is putting this across through great quality storytelling. So remember to have a structure to how you come across. And particularly when you're telling a story, there needs to be a beginning, a middle, and an end. And one of the easiest things that you can do to improve your executive presence is just dress better. I always say this, dress for success, because you have an opportunity to make a great quality first impression. So be it an interview, be it a public speech, be it a video interview, it doesn't matter. Make sure you're well groomed and that you're well dressed for that particular occasion. And that will allow you to be perceived as someone who is like, wow, okay, this is someone who deserves to be respected. Okay. So now that you have a clearer understanding of the different facets of what it takes to elevate your presence and career growth, are you ready to step into the next level? Because I want to let you know that there is a solution for fixing all of these leadership challenges and ultimately stepping into real world career growth, where you're not just thinking about a promotion, you're actually going after it and you make it happen. Right? And this doesn't always have to be a job. This could be you wanting to just go to the next level in your career path. So what is that solution? I want to invite you for my free live webinar masterclass. And this is specifically oriented towards you growing in your career path. I want to see you truly succeed. I want to show you how you can build your executive presence, grow your income, and learn how to lead with influence. So I want to see you on my free live webinar masterclass, which is called the Career Confidence Leader Launchpad, where I'll show you exactly how to build your personal brand to elevate your overall presence, either online and offline. I'll show you how to build leadership habits for real career growth and truly great communication systems that will allow you to build out your influence. Because I can tell you that people work, but systems fail. And this is a proven system towards greater leadership. And I want to unlock it and show you exactly how the confidence matrix works in order to see much better and progressive results in what you do. So come join me on this live masterclass and it will be truly transformative. The link is down below. If you found this video useful, what I would like you to do is comment down below and share your top 3 learnings from this entire video. What did you actually understand about how to step into a leadership role, right? How does it make a difference in your life to be offered a leadership position? Comment down below and let me know. In the meantime, make sure you hit the like button and share this video with somebody who may need it. And stay tuned for more videos by subscribing to my YouTube channel right now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful. Stay subscribed for more amazing content just like this, because I'm on a journey to help you transform. Check out some of my other videos because they are going to help you transform your confidence and your life. Until next time, this is Vikram signing off.